When rumors began swirling about an unexpected moment of tension between Wang and Shen, fans everywhere couldn't believe their eyes. Before we dive into what really happened and why Dylan's reaction left everyone talking, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates about this shocking moment that's taken over social media. What started as an innocent encounter has now turned into one of the most discussed and emotionally charged topics among fans, with many wondering, did Wang really get offended by what he saw from Shen? It all began at a recent industry event, one of those star-studded gatherings where celebrities from different projects come together to celebrate success, reconnect, and of course, make headlines. Wang arrived looking his usual confident self, dressed in a perfectly tailored suit, flashing that charismatic smile that fans know so well. Shen, on the other hand, stunned the audience with her elegant yet simple outfit, a white dress that made her look effortlessly graceful. The two hadn't been seen together publicly for a while, so fans were excited, expecting warm greetings and maybe even a playful reunion moment. But what actually happened was something no one could have predicted. Cameras captured a brief yet intense exchange between Dylan and Shen, one that immediately went viral online. At first, it looked like a normal greeting, but when Shen turned around and started chatting warmly with another male actor standing nearby, Dylan's expression seemed to shift. He wasn't smiling anymore. Observers noticed a flash of something in his eyes, a mix of surprise and unease. Within seconds, fan pages exploded with screenshots, captions, and theories. "Why did Dylan look upset?" one fan asked on Weibo. Another wrote, "It's like he saw something he didn't expect, his whole face changed." To the casual viewer, it might have looked like nothing. But for those who followed Dylan and Shen's journey, from Meteor Garden co-stars to long-rumored off-screen couple, the shift in Dylan's demeanor seemed loaded with unspoken emotion. Was he hurt? Jealous? Or had he simply been caught off guard? Sources close to the event began to speak out, revealing that Dylan had been in a cheerful mood throughout the evening until that specific moment. One insider said, he was laughing, greeting everyone, but after he saw Shen talking with that actor, he became quieter. He didn't look angry, but different. The actor in question? A rising star who had recently worked with Shen on a romantic drama, a pairing that had already sparked rumors of chemistry both on and off screen. The moment Dylan noticed Shen laughing with her co-star, cameras caught him lowering his gaze, taking a sip of his drink, and walking away toward another group of people. It wasn't dramatic, but it was enough for fans to notice. Within hours, the clip was everywhere. Titled things like "Wang's reaction says it all" and "he tried to hide his feelings." Social media exploded with theories, edits, and slow-motion analyses of that split second of tension. Some fans defended Dylan, saying it was natural for him to feel caught off guard seeing someone he shared so much history with laughing so comfortably with another man. Others argued that people were reading too much into it, insisting that it was just a misinterpreted moment. But the intensity of the online discussion proved one thing: people still deeply care about Dylan and Shen's connection. Adding to the intrigue, an entertainment blogger later claimed that Dylan and Shen had briefly exchanged words backstage after the event. According to this source, the mood between them was noticeably tense. It wasn't an argument, the insider said, but there was a clear emotional charge. Dylan seemed uncomfortable, while Shen tried to stay calm and professional. This alleged backstage moment quickly fueled even more speculation. Some believed Dylan confronted Shen, asking about her closeness with her co-star. Others suggested it was just an awkward reunion after months apart. Whatever the truth was, something about their energy that night felt off, and fans could sense it. A few days later, Dylan posted a cryptic message on his social media that only made things more mysterious. He wrote, "Sometimes, silence says more than words. Some things are better left unseen." The post had no context, no hashtags, just those words, and fans immediately linked it to the event. Within minutes, it became one of the most discussed posts of the week. Comments flooded in, "Is he talking about Shen? This sounds personal. He's definitely hurt by something." Meanwhile, Shen seemed to respond in her own subtle way. She posted a serene photo of herself by the ocean, captioned simply, "Peace is a choice." Fans saw this as her way of saying she wanted to stay out of the drama, but her calm tone only added to the mystery. Was she trying to cool things down, or saying she was unbothered? As the internet dissected every post, photo, and expression, insiders who knew both stars tried to give perspective. People forget that Dylan and Shen shared a lot of emotional history, one former colleague shared. They were close, very close. Even if they've moved on, moments like this can bring back old feelings, especially under public pressure. Meanwhile, Shen has handled the entire situation with remarkable grace. She's continued her work commitments, attending interviews and promotional shoots with her usual calm demeanor. But even in her silence, fans can't help but wonder what's going through her mind. Did she notice Dylan's reaction that night? Did they speak afterwards? Does she still care as much as fans hope she does? The internet continues to buzz with theories, some claiming that the tension between them is simply a sign that there's still emotion left unresolved. Others believe it's just part of their complicated friendship, a mix of affection, nostalgia, and professional distance. One particularly touching fan comment summed it up perfectly: when two people share a bond that deep, even silence becomes a conversation. Weeks later, the story hasn't faded. Instead, it's evolved into a larger reflection on how deeply connected Dylan and Shen's lives have become in the public eye. Every look, every interaction, every post is analyzed under a microscope. And yet, somehow, the two have maintained a quiet dignity amidst all the noise. As time goes on, perhaps the truth of that night will never be fully revealed. Maybe Dylan wasn't offended, maybe he was just caught in a moment of unexpected emotion. Maybe Shen didn't even realize how her laughter with another co-star affected him. Or maybe, just maybe, it was a brief reminder of how human connection, no matter how long ago, never truly disappears. One thing is certain, Dylan Wang and Shen continue to captivate the world not just with their talent, but with their authenticity. Even in moments of tension, their realness shines through. That's what makes fans love them so deeply. They're not just idols, they're people who feel, who react, and who sometimes get caught off guard by their own emotions. And while the world may never know exactly what Dylan saw that night or what he felt in that moment, the truth is, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that their story, full of laughter, love, tension, and mystery, continues to unfold in the most human way possible. Because sometimes, what looks like offense is really just emotion. And sometimes, a single look tells a story words could never capture. So maybe Dylan wasn't angry. Maybe he was simply reminded of something, or someone, he still cares about more than he'd ever admit. And maybe, just maybe, Shen noticed too. Whatever the case, that brief moment, just a look, a silence, and a sigh, will forever remain one of the most unforgettable, emotional flashes in the ongoing story of Dylan Wang and Shen. And as fans continue to replay the clip, debate its meaning, and hold on to hope that their favorite pair will find peace, one thing is undeniable: even tension between them feels like magic. Because love, once felt deeply, never really fades, it just hides behind glances, half smiles, and the quiet moments when words fall short.